Please, please, please do me a favor. Do not be upset by the news you'll see in this particular video. It's bad for CNN, and I know it could be very depressing. Hello, my name is Kyle and welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about CNN, them losing 70% of their viewership since January, and why this is just the tip of the iceberg as they're dealing with a bigger problem as we go towards a network society. It says, from the Daily Caller, CNN loses nearly 70% of its viewers since January, since President Trump left office. Nielsen Media Research says that 67% of its total viewers since January, when President Trump left the White House, is gone. During the primetime hours of 8 p.m. to 11 Eastern Standard Time, CNN lost 65% of its total viewers since January. In the critical age group of 25 to 54, 71% gone. Their drop in viewers is larger than its competitors, but all major cable news shows have experienced a drop. MSNBC had the second largest drop at 49%. So, these numbers here are there and you can look at them and they're kind of wonky here and there. The key thing to know is the ratio of these numbers. You can take a look at it for yourself. But here, Fox News had the least substantial drop out of all the networks, losing only 12%. And so what I want to say here simply is this, is that we're moving from a industrialized society when it comes to news and getting our information to what we call now a network society, where it's more peer-to-peer. We're going outside of the major corporations. We're getting our information from bloggers, from vloggers, from decentralized apps like Telegram. And so that is what's driving this. And people are going away from what we're seeing now out of Silicon Valley. See, the paradigm was this. Back in the day, going way back to the old days of New York, the East Coast had all of the news. It was a subscription-based model, very simple. Do you want a paper? Yes or no? If you did, we'll ship it to you, drop it off on your doorstep, whatever have you. It's a print media paradigm or business model, and that was the money base. And advertisers would supply that to the papers because based on their subscription levels. Well, since digital media has taken over, print media is no longer the thing. People get it on their phones, on their TVs now. They get it on the computer screens. Now, it's no longer subscriptions because people don't get papers anymore. What it is it's about engagement, especially considering social media. So it's about clicks and likes and, like I said before, engagement. And the way to get that engagement is through headlines or through a fancy thumbnail or through fake news or manipulating your audience, which is what the left has been doing for the past 4 years under President Trump. They would print lies because they know people were so upset by the 2016 election that they wanted to see anything that would say something negative about Trump, especially dealing with an impeachment or anything like that, to get them to feel better about themselves and their lives. And so the media exploited that time and time again, and the people were getting more and more upset. Also, the people in the middle and on the right were getting tired of it and backed away from it and chose to go other routes to get their information. And that's where we are. And that peer-to-peer, decoupled, decentralized paradigm is what we call network society. And that's also in other areas of society, not just in print media to digital media. It's also in other things as well. Dare I say, in currency now, we see with cryptocurrency, decentralized, decoupled, away from the prying eyes of a centralized eye that can filter, monitor, and censor. What we have here is that Rachel Maddow is a good example here. In January, she had 4.3 million viewers in January. Coming down to the end of last month, we're looking at 2.4 million viewers, roughly half of what she lost in about 6 months. Don Lemon is another good example because here he had a pretty big showing, 2.7 million viewers in January. But we know now that Don Lemon isn't doing too well. He had that publicity stunt a few weeks ago, and his ratings have fallen even further. He came out and said, look, a few weeks ago, he punked his own viewers by announcing that he would no longer be doing his show. So he came back the next day and basically said it's going to be rebranded. The only problem is the new show, Don Lemon Tonight, actually got less viewers. So the new show, Don Lemon Tonight, averaged a measly 816,000 viewers in the 10 p.m. time slot versus 898,000 viewers in May 10th through 14th, an 11% decrease. So now that's another good example of how we're seeing major declines. But the one thing I can say that we're not seeing a decline in is people's happiness at airports. Why? Because they don't have to suffer anymore with CNN being shown on the screens 24 hours a day. Starting on March 31st, they ended that in airports. So now people don't have to watch CNN all day long while they're waiting for their planes. I mean, how can you not like that? And so that again cuts into CNN's bottom line. And again, it shows you that people are on their phones at the airport. They're not watching the screens. They're watching their phones or they're watching their tablets. They're getting their news from where they want to get it. They don't have to be tied to an archaic dinosaur like a TV screen on a wall at an airport. Not gonna happen. Another fine example of that. So what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts about CNN losing 70% of their audience, and also how we're moving from a industrial-based society to a network-based society where people can get their news and their coverage from other areas that's peer-to-peer, decoupled, away from the prying eyes of a centralized entity that can filter, screen, and censor? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be curious to know what you think. And if you like what we do in this channel, we take pop culture and politics and filter to you in a conservative manner, in other words, filter to you right, then please click the like and subscribe button and that bell icon so you don't miss any future content. And the best way to help this channel is to check out some other content that we have here that may interest you, like what you have on the screen right here.